And here's a kicker.
What's that?
A lot of kids will be left behind.
Talk about it. This is the time, right, where they're gonna think they slick. This is my thing. A lot of kids is gonna take advantage of this whole remote thing, and the parents being busy and having their own life and their own work schedule. A lot of kids is gonna try to finesse, and they not really gonna be learning and getting the proper tools. They're just gonna try to skate by. So some may fail. A lot more may fail. Then you got some that will skate by. So I hope the parents are really on these kids, because if the kids don't do the work, I mean, hey, what's going to happen with it? What can the parents do if they're not involved? You know what I mean?
Hold up. So I'm saying a lot of kids will be left behind, and a lot of curving. You know how I don't say back in the day, but like a few years ago, they used to curve the grades. Like if everybody failed, they would add an extra 55, extra 60, just to make it 70. But this is not good. It's only good numbers for the school.
Exactly.
The child still does not know that information.
Right.
And then I remember when I first went to college, and people were like, "Oh, I never learned this." You're gonna have a lot of that. So now the college professors are gonna have to go back and teach some shit they should have learned in high school. But just because the elementary schools and middle school and high school decided to curve the grades, I'm not saying it's wrong. You gotta do what you gotta do to brush them by. But a lot of that's gonna happen because of Corona, right? And you said something important too. You said the parents should stay on them. But with the parents stress, like you're basically risking your life now. You're gonna work with COVID. And you don't know if you could catch it. And you got these kids at home, you got to feed them more because you got to spend more money because they're at home, they're not leaving anymore.
Right.
So you're spending more money, you're stressed. You don't know if you're going to lose your job. Parents ain't worried about no damn kid. They're not worried about them kids doing no work.
They not. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
And you shouldn't be like that though, for real. You shouldn't be like, fuck them kids.
Yeah, for real, but listen, it's a stress, like, on the real.
Man, that's a lot of stress when you think about it. I don't have kids, but you know, for those who do, please pray. Just pray. You got this. You got this.
You know, listen.
Power to you.
Listen. Like I said, I know the parents are stressed.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot on them, but there's nothing I can tell you to do. I just know what I do. I just go sit somewhere by myself and clear my mind. Cause
Meditating is good.
You can't tell nobody that got the bills to pay. They've shortened the rent. How you gonna meditate? You want a rent assistant, and then they're like, "Oh, we're not giving you no more." A whole bunch of it's just life is a mess.
A hot mess.
That's what it is. But it
gets better.
But here's another one that I really sat and thought about. This right here is crazy.
I'm ready for this.
Okay, even though we live in America and we live in New York, there's some states that are poorer than Jamaica. That's just a fact. People don't know about it because we live in America and everything is glamorized. Like, oh, we're the best. There's a lot of states that are really poor. And with a lot of states being poor, everybody cannot afford Wi-Fi. Everybody cannot afford a tablet.
Right.
These kids ain't learning shit. You don't have the necessary stuff to pass. You don't have enough. You can't even log in today.
No,
tomorrow.
I feel bad for these kids. Really, I feel bad for them.
Yo, in Jamaica, there's a lot of kids, and kids in the Caribbean are typically a bit brighter than kids from our side of the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times the way how they're just like kids in China. The methods of teaching is different. I don't know. They respect education differently. It's a whole nother thing. But anyway, in the Caribbean, there's a lot of kids, like I said, that don't have a tablet, and Wi-Fi and technology is not up to par as it is here. And even though here we have people who can't get these things, in the Caribbean is even more. So we're gonna have a shitload of kids that's not passing. They're not going to the next level. They could fake the numbers, but they did not. So COVID ends.
Yeah.
They go in the 9th grade. They didn't learn nothing in the 8th grade. So what knowledge are they really building up on? The teachers got to go back.
Yep.
That shit crazy.
Yeah.
Teachers got to go back and teach them what they should have learned in the 8th grade. Good God Almighty.
Man, oh man.
And then here you said something else too that I like. It's
what was
true.
that?
There's a lot of kids, like you said, it's gonna skate on by.
Skate on by. They already been skating by for years when you think about it. Come on now. I know somebody watching out there done skated the fuck by. I know. But listen, now, COVID?
Worse.
Oh, shit. watch the numbers go up for a lot of fields. You know, a lot of left backs, a lot of
no child left behind type vibes.
Left behind vibes.
No, listen. So here's the thing. There's a lot of kids. You think about high school. There's a lot of kids who skip school to go do nasty shit.
Oh yeah.
Probably smoke weed and drink some juice here and there.
Just chill, do nothing.
It was occasional things. It wasn't an everyday thing.
Right.
Now, it could be like F school. I'm going to Shantae house and we about to play game all day.
Right. Me and Shantae gonna play the PS5. Her big brother got the 5, so we gonna play and order pizza.
What? I don't gotta show up. And your parents are stressed the hell out. They don't got time to call the teacher. What teacher they gonna call to be like if you actually logged in the class?
Who they gonna call?
They gonna find out when school at the end of the marking period. Mm-hmm. Then it's too late because you already failed.
Exactly.
Man, listen.
Yo, we be coming up with the dopest scenarios. You know, like that. I'm sure that's real somewhere in the world. That's real.
Yeah. How we're talking about school and all of this stuff. How do the parents know that the difference is there's no parent teachers night, right? You can't show up. You're supposed to log on or something like that.
Yeah.
But parents gotta work.
Yeah.
How do the parents know that their child is failing? You know what I mean? They're not gonna know. The only time they're gonna know is when they get the report card.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of too late. What's the solution?
I don't know.
We just know we don't know the solution. We just know that there's a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem, and that's why we telling y'all it's a problem. We don't know the solution yet. I don't think there is one. All I can say is I hope that parents tighten up. You know, as far as being more involved in the child's schoolwork life. I know you got your life. You know, you're adjusting. Everyone is adjusting. You know what I'm saying? You're adjusting to the working from home. Being home 24/7, or if you do have to go out into work, you know, work in the field, you're still adjusting to your kids, you know, and how their, you know, life is going due to the COVID time. So just try to hold it down.
Yeah. And like I said,
make it work.
The teacher that's also a teacher and a parent, man, hats off to you.
Yeah.
That shit can't be easy. It can't be easy.
I know it's not.
So how has your experience been working during COVID?
You know, for me, I got lucky because for a long time I was home and I still had paychecks coming in. Just recently I've been out in the field working, but the commute is sweet. It, you know, I can't complain really.
You know a lot of people on the train?
It's at that time no, because I'm doing overnight. I guess that's the only thing is that I work at night and I have long hours. When I do overtime, long hours. So once I'm there, I'm pretty good, you know. But I'm just tired. That's all, because now I have to adjust. I've been so used to doing morning shifts and evening shifts that doing the overnight shift. You know, I had to adjust, but I make it work. You know, I'm a hustler, so if I gotta, you know, sell water and sandwiches,
that's what it's gonna be.
You gonna see me selling water and sandwiches, and I'm gonna make my money. What?
When the bills is asking to be paid, they don't care how you get the money.
They don't care.
They just want to be paid.
Make sure my bills is paid on time. Like I don't play that. I don't play that.
So for me, I work remote still. Honestly, the only thing I'm gonna tell you what I've learned is that one thing I've learned is that nobody needs to be at work the 8 hours to get the job done. Corporations, big companies, we do not need to be there unless it's a store. We do not need to be there.
Not at all.
To work, to get the job done. This 7 months and it's proven that we don't need to be there 8 hours. Corporations, we do not need to be there for 8 hours to get the job done. That's what COVID taught everybody. So don't act like.
Let it be known, Kay. Let it be known.
Yep. And then another thing I've realized is that we always complain about time and how we don't have enough time. COVID taught us that we do have enough time. We're just not using our time wisely.
That's important. You gotta use your time wisely.
Yep. I felt like COVID went by in the blink of an eye.
It did.
Like this.
It did.
It's gone.
Like, it's gone.
Yeah. So
that's it.
What did we learn? We have enough time. We don't need to be at work for 8 hours to get the job done.
No.
These kids will suffer for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of them will come out not knowing. And we didn't talk about this. A lot of parents don't know how to read. But they're stuck in the house teaching these kids how to do their work. Them kids gonna fail. I'm joking. Wait, I'm sorry. A lot of kids not gonna pass.
That's not funny, Kay. Don't be. You know. You don't know who watching this and they can't read.
No. But be real. If you're a parent and you're at home and you cannot read, and your child have paperwork that needs to be done and you can't do it, your child is going to suffer. It's just the reality. This is the objective truth.
Hey, I hear you. Hey, for those listening, we are the front desk. K. Jones Therapy, 718-310-3341. Hit us up, call us.